There you are.
Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you so much for that lovely birthday song.
You're welcome. And you're also welcome for making you wake up at 8 a.m. on your birthday.
Hey, you know what, James? As far as I see it, that's just more birthday to enjoy.
Hell yeah.
I get to see even more hours of my birthday than I had intended or planned to.
Or wanted to.
Correct and accurate. Happy birthday to you too.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday to everyone out there listening.
We were all born today.
Mm-hmm.
All those memories, because the universe was born today. And all those memories you have of a time before this are just implanted in your head to sell the fiction.
Oh, wait. So, hold on. So the universe was literally born today. Because I thought that I was celebrating the 33rd anniversary of my own human birth. But you're saying that the world has just snapped into existence as of this morning, and we all just have the elemental particles that make up our brains were arranged in a sequence that made us think that things had happened before now, but that was just false.
Correct. Yes.
Why do you have such privileged and special knowledge?
Look, I wasn't born with it, you know. I just saw the signs. Well, you had 3 hours of my existence.
Oh, okay. So you didn't know this 3 hours ago, but you Dan Browned it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. The paintings and the panels of my comic books sent a secret message to me.
Okay, wonderful. Well, congrats to you. Congrats to everyone else whose birthday it is, by which I mean everybody.
Everybody in the physical universe.
Man, these text notifications are going to have to get turned off. Because I'm so popular, James, because I'm getting so many happy birthday text messages, because so
many people are wishing you a happiest birthday.
Yes, I'm getting many, much fealty and tributes. You know what else it is besides everyone in the world's birthday, James?
What?
It's the spooky month. Ooh.
Ooh. Yes, as we all know, Phil was born during the month of spoops.
That's why I'm so haunted every day.
He's just full of ghosts, this one.
My astrology sign was it was ghost with mummy rising. Was there ever
that's a good movie title.
I know. I was gonna say, was there ever a mummy movie called Mummy Rising?
No, I don't think so.
There's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, so we've got Apes one, but Rise of the Planet of the Mummies, not so much.
Rise of the Planet of the. If we don't come up with any good ideas, we're just gonna make Rise of the Planet of the Mummies.
Yeah, astronaut goes into outer space, goes through a time portal, comes back. Oh, what planet is this? Everyone's mummies.
Oh, but it's Earth, actually.
Yeah, at the end, they walk down a beach and they find a big pyramid washed up on the shore.
But just like a little part of it.
Yeah, just poking out.
It's like ankle high.
They did it. They blew it all up.
Yep.
And then mummies came out. Look, because it's the spooky month, so we're going to fix a spooky-dookie horror movie.
It is, in fact, spooky-dookie.
This week, and then we're going to do a spooky-dookie horror movie next week, because our next episode should, fingers crossed, come out on the 30th, the day before Halloween, on Devil's Night.
On Devil's Night Eve.
So this will be our pre-Devil's Night episode. Well, I don't know what you call that. Well, this will be our week eve of Devil's Night episode.
Week eve.
Yeah, this is the week eve of Devil's Night. So, hey, happy spooks to you. Happy spooks. James, I'm looking at hey, do you want to warm up on some trailers?
Hey, should we introduce the podcast first?
What? I thought we did. It's the Spooky-dookie podcast.
No, I think we just launched right into that. I don't think we told anyone who we are or what we're doing.
Welcome to Movie Improvie.
Hello.
Your world's first and foremost Spooky-dookie podcast. I'm your ghost with a body, Phil Stressman.
And I'm your executive film undead form, James Kettler.
Yours was too scary.
Ooh.
Yeah, happy Halloween month. Happy week. What did I call it? Week's Eve of Devil's Night.
Yep.
And happy birthday. Hey, James, can I say it?
Yes, what's up?
Hey, would you like to warm up on some trailers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Speaking of spooky haunted stuff, why do you have a framed dark crystal poster above your bed?
Oh, do you like that?
I do like that.
It was a prop in one of the plays I did, in the play I did where I had an evil puppet on my hand.
Yeah, I remember that one.
One of the sets was my bedroom, and they were like, he should have like a poster above his bed, but I don't know what it should be. And I was like, it should be the Dark Crystal, because puppet play, puppet movie. Mm-hmm. And so they got a Dark Crystal poster, and then at the end of the show, they were like, hey, this is going in the garbage. Do you want it?
You're like, yes, I'd like to become this character.
Yeah.
Puppet play, puppet movie.
Puppet life.
Yeah. James, let's warm up on some trailers. I'm looking at a trailer. Hey, you know what? Spooky life, spooky trailers. Here's a trailer for a scary movie, maybe. It's called Escape Room. Find the clues or die. That looks bad.
Ooh, and it comes out in January.
Yeah, right? Y'all missed your window. You fucked it up. This poster, the girl is puzzles, but underneath her face puzzle is just a skeleton. That's very scary.
It's a spooky bone person.
Yeah, I hate that. What do you call a bone person? There's a word for those. What are those called?
Skeletons.
Oh, yeah, they are skeletons. Yeah, so that's a movie about... Hey, James, have you heard of escape rooms?
Uh-huh. Yeah. The thing people like to do where you solve Zelda puzzles for 20 minutes, but IRL.
Yeah, it's where you rent a room in a basement in a strip mall somewhere and then charge people $60 a head to, like, look under a coffee cup and read the number 7 and then push the number 7 on a button and then like, oh, you're out. Take your picture with these cardboard signs. Well, this movie was made by some brave soul who asked, okay, but what if that was real?
What if they were real?
Oh, man. What if you were in a room and it got real hot? It's just one idea.
Basically just Cube.
It's very Cube-ish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Cube, but like if Cube was a game show.
They even sent them cubes in the mail now, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Which made me think like this wasn't about to be Escape Room the movie. It was about to be like Loot Box the movie. Yeah, that would be less popular. James, you know who really pioneered the terrifying murder escape room and who is a character that I love desperately and who's never had their chance to really spread their wings and fly on the silver screen? Whom?
I'm talking, of course, about Arcade. I've never understood Arcade at all as a villain because, like, the amount of resources necessary to put into him giant, elaborate, like, immersive traps that he makes would just be in the billions of dollars. I don't know if his superpower is just has money.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that. There's that one panel from a Spider-Man comic where he's fighting, like, the big pterodactyl man or something, and he's like, I don't understand. With the science you've discovered, you could, like, cure cancer. Mm-hmm. And the guy goes, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
I can sympathize with that. Because, dinosaurs, this is scientifically proven dinosaurs never got cancer. You know why? Because they didn't eat processed foods.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. They didn't have GMOs.
No, they just had DINOs. That's all they ate. Was each other.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
So we could just Arcade as a movie. Look, if Spider-Man villains can just get their own movies now, I'm looking at you, Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Arcade can just get him on a movie.
Yeah. So it's just him murdering folks in elaborate ways.
Yeah, I mean, maybe are they super folks? I don't know. Maybe they are.
That would be very good. It'd have to be in the MCU so we could get the actual licensing. Unlike Venom, who's just like out there on his own.
Well, there was a miniseries a couple of years ago called Avengers Arena that was Arcade took a bunch of the young Avengers and threw them in like a Hunger Games of a situation.
Ooh. Someone at Marvel was just like, hey, Hunger Games is popular. What if we did that?
Yeah. Hey, you know what I like is the kids like is Hunger Games. Let's do one of those. And it had our good friend Darkhawk in it.
Oh, wait, Darkhawk or Darkhawk's mom?
Darkhawk.
Okay.
As well as Cammy, Hazmat, Metal, Nico, Minoru, Reptile, Justin Seifert. Sentinel, Chase Stein, X-23, Apex, Nara, Kid Brit, and Red Raven 2, Death Locket, and Colin Bloodstone.
I haven't heard of one of those goddamn people.
And he took them all to Murder World. You haven't heard of X-23?
Okay, I do know X-23. That's the tiny little girl in Logan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's make a Murder World movie.
Can we get better superheroes?
I'm sorry, a better superhero than Red Raven 2?
Yeah, mostly just a superhero that's not a sequel.
A better superhero than Death Locket?
Yeah.
Who first appeared in issue 1 of Avengers Arena?
Oh. He's not going to survive.
A better superhero than Colin Bloodstone? Who first appeared in issue 1 of Avengers Arena?
That's just a fucking Twilight thing.
He's the son of Ulysses Bloodstone and the younger brother of Elsa Bloodstone. When he was 10, Ulysses Bloodstone took him into an alternate dimension. Ulysses left Colin alone in the dimension to prove his worth as Bloodstone. He planned to retrieve Colin the next day, but died, so Colin was stuck there for 2 years. He's possessed by an unknown creature and has to keep his darkness under wraps. I like that idea.
Time to go pick up my son. Oops, I'm dead.
Oh, my heart! Bleh! I guess the final Bloodstone was death. Yeah, that's actually really funny. I'm going to put you into this. Look, it's a hideous, terrifying dimension full of beasts and screams, but I'm only going to put you here for 1 day, because even 1 week here would drive a person to madness and insanity. Okay, here's the lunch. I'll see you tomorrow. Oops, I crashed my car. Sir, we're taking you to the hospital, but you're definitely going to die. Do you have any last words or unfinished business you'd like us to attend to?
Get my son out of the blood dimension.
Look, this is serious. We're EMTs. Part of our job when we can't save someone is to fulfill any final wishes they may have. It's not time for jokes about blood dimensions. Did you maybe
Get him out.
Did you maybe bury any gold near a fence by a big oak tree?
Nope. Just the boy in the blood dimension.
Okay, how do we get, sir, I need to stay with me. How do we get to the blood dimension?
You must learn the 10 magics of Nazai-Har.
Oh, that sounds time-consuming and hard.
It will take a lifetime.
Okay.
Or 12.
He didn't have any last requests. I'm just going to pop a little bit more morphine in there, and there we go. Time for lunch.
Heart rate slowing, and it's gone.
All right, let's harvest these organs. I like this world where EMTs, the most exciting part of their job is when they finally get to harvest the organs.
When they murder their patients and harvest their organs.
Because they got tired of listening to them talk.
And their dark harvest. Yep.
Should we fix another trailer?
Oh, was that only one trailer? Yeah, I guess we should.
What about the possession of Hannah Grace? Sticking with our spooky thing.
That's just like that's the Sierra Mist to the exorcism of Emily Rose's Mountain Dew.
Nothing you said was words. What?
The name of this movie is the Sierra Mist to the exorcism of Emily Rose's Mountain Dew. Different, but functionally identical.
Sierra Mist isn't Mountain Dew. Sierra Mist is Sprite.
Yeah, but the name Sierra Mist is just Mountain Dew.
Okay, I was confused about what level that metaphor was operating at.
Yeah, no, just the words, not the tastes.
So 2 cool things about this movie trailer, which is it's a dead girl who got killed in an attempted exorcism, shows up at the morgue, and then the mortician gets haunted by her dead spirit. 2 cool things about that is, one is that, first of all, it's just a shitty knockoff of the Autopsy of Jane Doe, which is a legit great horror movie. Second of all, Lee, people super do die during exorcisms. It's pretty unchill.
That's the problem. Like, I really want to like exorcism movies, but the problem is that people do them in real life, and it's bad and horrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up and abuse and really gnarly.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. So, okay, let's make it not a bummer. That's our job for this one.
Okay, well, I mean, what about the story told from the other way? What about an autopsy from the corpse's perspective?
So it's like those documentaries about people who were put under for surgery, but they could feel everything and they were conscious for every moment, except it's a dead corpse.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, you got to have a lot of voiceover, I guess. You wake up and you're like, what's going on? Can't move my arms good. Feel a lot of poop in my butt.
Body feeling very stiff.
Yeah, a real stiff body today. Oh, here come a bunch of EMTs high-fiving each other with their organ harvesters ready. Hey, please don't take, I need that gallbladder.
I feel like I was just saying something about the blood dimension, and now I just woke up here.
Please, I still have galls to bladder. I need that. Oh, dang it. Shoot, darn it.
No, please, not my appendix. Well, okay, I guess you can have that.
I don't really
That's
need
fine.
that. What if it was just one of their organs that was haunted, and so you're a mortician and you're just cutting up bodies, having a real grand old time, weighing hearts or whatever. But it's the liver is bad. It's the bad liver. It got haunted by spirits, and it's just flopping around on the floor chasing after everybody. Maybe it's going from corpse to corpse, waking up the other livers. The other livers come out, start chasing you around. Next thing you know, you're in the bile zone.
Can I love all of that. Can I pitch you a movie
Do
that could
you?
be the climax too?
Okay.
So it's like it's a mortician, and they're always working by themselves they've always got the graveyard shift. They're always working like 3-4 in the morning by themselves.
Yeah, how come morticians are always working in the night times? Where's the morning-tician?
Seems like it'd make your job a whole lot less spooky.
Yeah, just let some light in on those dead fleshes.
Yeah. But anyway, so the morticians, pretty uneventful job, just dead bodies, cleaning them up, cutting them open, cataloging their innards. And then one day a mafia boss busts in, and he's got one of him boys there, and him boy is screaming in pain. And the mafia boss is like, his kidneys are haunted. His kidneys got ghosts in them. You're going to do the job under the table right here. You're going to cut that haunted kidney out of him.
Uh-huh. But it's not actually, he just wants to sell the kidneys?
No, the kidney is very haunted.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the mortician thinks that the whole time. Maybe the mortician doesn't know where to trust this mafia don and do this surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's possession does seem very legit because he does float above the slab 4 feet. And the big climax is cut out haunted kidney hop from body to body, bringing all sorts of other dead folks alive. And mortician and the mafia don gotta shoot all them corpses down.
I like the idea of it's sort of like the climax to Freaks-esque moment where the mortician is backed up into a corner and there's just a whole nasty trail of hearts and livers and kidneys and stomachs and gallbladders,
colons
and what? Colons,
and
colons, yeah, dragging themselves across the floor. Maybe one of the small intestines is holding a knife.
Yep.
They're coming to squish him up. And maybe as they get more powerful, they combine together Voltron style and make a big old super organ.
They just shape themselves like a person, but not in the right spots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the head is just like a coiled up intestine that put the creases in the right places for eyes and a mouth.
Brains for feet.
Yep.
That's what it's called. And no one knows why. The whole time everyone's watching the movie, they're like, okay, I like this and it's good and scary and a good idea and a scary idea and good. But why is it called Brains for... that's why.
Oh.
10 minutes before credits roll, I finally understand. It's my rosebud.
It's because the monster's got brains for feet.
Squirt, 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 squirt. Yeah, so it's a movie called Brains for Feet. Okay, James, do you feel A, sufficiently warmed up, and B,
I do,
sufficiently present in the spooky zone?
Woo!
Woo! To go ahead and tackle this feature-length film that we're fixing this freak?
Oh.
It rhymes with weak, but it's a scary word.
Yep. Yes, I am ready.
James, what movie are we fixing this week?
We're fixing Wes Craven's My Soul to Take.
Yeah, I did not know this was a Wes Craven movie until moments ago.
I'm pretty sure this is the last movie he wrote and directed.
Yeah, and the first since Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So it was the first one in 16 years.
This was his big comeback.
Yeah, dang, dude. You did it bad. You did a bad big comeback. This movie sucks farts out of butts. James, what compelled you to bring this movie to us this week? Why was this even on your radar?
I honestly have no idea. This was total epiphany. It was just, for some reason, I've never seen this movie before. I definitely vividly remember the previews for no reason, other than I think I was in like 7th grade and maybe it looked spooky when it came out. But yeah, you just said like, hey, let's do a horror movie. And I thought the 3 words bad horror movie. And the first thing my brain jumped to was this.
That's wild. Because I was thinking something like Deathbed, you know?
Yeah.
Like 70s bad horror. But you went that nice crisp late early 2000s horror.
Yeah.
That sweet, delicious, I'm past my prime, I want to make one last terrible movie horror.
One last really awful movie.
By the way, apparently this movie was originally called 25/8.
Like 24/7, but like one more.
Why? What does that have to do with the movie?
I'm not sure what the current title had to do with the movie.
Yeah, you want to run me down real quick, James? What's the plot of this movie, in your opinion?
So, in your opinion is key. So it's small town America. And there's a serial killer running rampant through this small town. He's murdering all sorts of folks with his big custom-made knife that says vengeance on it.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of this whole movie is when they show him on the news. He got caught on camera, and the news show does like the enhance thing, and then you can see on the knife that it says vengeance on it. And then later, a lady is trying to go to bed with her husband. She's like, I need you to come to bed with me. I'm too scared. I'm terrified by that spooky knife.
The knife is too scary. Yeah. Oh. I feel like, because the knife in Scream is like kind of a very specific shape, and it's sort of iconic now. So I think Wes Craven was trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice.
You're like,
with a
you know
super
what the
cool knife design.
You know what the key to Scream's success was? I don't know. I guess it's sort of its irreverent take and meta commentary on horror combined with actual like scares. No, shut up. It was the spooky knife. How do you make a knife even spookier? Do you make it? I don't know, Wes. Do you make it big? No, shut up. You write a spooky word on it. What's the spookiest word you know? I don't know. Like gore,
mutilation, yeah.
Vengeance. Why am I here for this conversation? You just knew all the answers already and wanted to shout them.
I just wanted to bounce ideas off you.
Anyway,
I need a sounding board, you know?
We don't usually dive too deeply into summarizing the movies that we watch, but I do feel like it's important for this one. So the Ripper was the serial killer, and it turned out it was a guy who just a nice family man who had schizophrenia.
It was Raul Esparza. It seemed like, I don't think he actually had schizophrenia. I think he was possessed by some kind of evil spirit.
But that's not resolved in the movie, is it?
No. Yeah. So anyway, he goes crazy. He maybe murders his pregnant wife. It looked like stabbed himself a bunch of times. Cops show up, and it's Frank Grillo and Denai Guerrera, and they take him away. They shoot him. They think he's dead. 5 fucking times he does the thing where they're like, "Oh, he's totally dead this time," and then he goes, "Blah."
Hey, what you say?
Yeah. They take him away in an ambulance. The ambulance flips over and explodes, and then he escapes, and they just assume he drowned in the river.
Sure.
And then 7 babies are born prematurely. One of them is his dead pregnant wife's unborn child, and then 6 other just random kids are
Well, it's not unborn child.
born.
It's a born child. Once it's born, it's a born child.
Well, he was unborn, and then they cut him out of her, and then he was born.
Right. Can we make a sequel to the Born universe called Born Child?
The Born Child. It's just about a tiny Born.
Well, it's a tiny Born, but so you know how in the Born Identity, Matt Damon wakes up and he's like, I'm just a regular boy, but I have all these memories of how to do fight good.
Yeah.
What if it's a brand new baby and he's got all the Born memories now?
doctor spanks him and the baby just karate kicks him in the face.
Yeah, karate kicks his whole face right off, backflips out a window.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
But then lands on the ground and is just crying. So ambulance blow up.
I can do karate, but I can't walk.
Yeah. 7 premature babies born. And then they all celebrate the day they were born every year by pushing a big puppet in the river.
What kind of idiot celebrates the day they were born every year?
And then the Ripper comes back and he starts murdering the children. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out that the main boy, Bug, and him sister were both adopted. Bug is the baby from the womb, and the sister is the little girl who had to watch her dad murder her mom from the beginning of the movie. But then it turns out that neither of them are even the killer, and it's just like Bug's shitty friend who just hates the popular kids. He's murdering them.
Yep.
And I actually didn't watch like the last 10 or so minutes of this movie, so I don't know what happens after that. I assume nothing.
Bug's a hero.
Bug's a hero, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, as you could tell from listening to that, it's sort of like a bunch of like plot adjacent things that they tried to coalesce together into a movie plot. And it's just nonsense. It's utter nonsense.
There's a bunch of subplots that also like I left out because they don't have anything to do with anything and they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
There's a subplot about Johnny Quarterback like getting a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
That never goes anywhere. That super weird moment when he dies and the Ripper stabs him and he's like, anyone you want to say goodbye to? And he just goes, blood, my unborn child.
Not to be confused with a born child.
And I had totally forgotten that he had gotten a girl pregnant because they mentioned it once and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
What a strange thing to say.
Well, James, this isn't movie summarizy. This is movie wonderizy full, make it good.
Make it good, improve it.
Yeah, that's what we say. That's what all the posters in the improvement department say. It says movie wonderizy full, make it good, improve it. And it's got a picture of a kitten in a projector.
It's got a picture of a kitten just in a like confused pose because he doesn't know how to pose for what those words say.
So I had an issue coming up with ideas for this movie because every idea I came up with, I felt like this could actually be where this movie goes. I kept thinking like, I'm going to write this down as a funny, so just to part the kimono a little bit on what we do here. Sometimes the ideas that we bring to fix movies, James, you can tell me whether or not you disagree with this, but in my opinion, are less actual ideas and more just funny jokes.
Yeah,
Not all of them, but every once in a while I'll put one in there where I'm like, I don't actually think this is a good idea for a movie. It'll just be funny to say and talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, it's just a good pun on the title.
Yeah. But this movie was so insane that every one of those jokes I wrote, I was like, there's maybe a 60-40 chance that this is going to turn out to be the plot of this movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So one of those was my very first idea here, which is that you know how you said you thought maybe that the guy, the Ripper, was possessed by some sort of evil spirit. Mm-hmm. Well, I thought maybe what if it was the knife? It's the knife that wants the vengeance.
You're right in that I can see that that's where this movie would have gone. Honestly, this movie kind of sets that up because like halfway through the movie, just like the knife drops in Bug's lap for no reason, just out of nowhere. He's just got the knife. Yeah,
so it's kind of like, how in Chucky, there's a bad man who died and his soul inhabits a doll and then the doll continues to do his bad evil acts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if there's a horrible murderer villain who in the middle of a murder gets murdered them own selves? Tables are turned. The script is flipped. Now you're the one who's murdered.
Oops.
But before his soul travels down to hell for his internal punishment, it slips right into his favorite knife on which he's been. And the knife was just a regular knife, but as soon as his soul inhabits it, the words vengeance appear on the blade.
And the blade gets all cool looking.
So the knife on its own, a knife, you know this, James, knives don't have skeletons, knives don't have muscles or ligature. So the knife does require people to pick it up, but once you hold the knife holds you, by which it makes you kill.
Ooh. Yeah, I think the bad man did die when he fell on his own knife. And so his soul just kind of went in it because it was there.
Okay, well then who's he seeking vengeance against?
The little girl down the road who pushed him onto his knife.
Who left her damn skateboard in the driveway.
Yeah.
And all kids everywhere with skateboards.
Yeah. Skateboarding is a crime today.
That's the tagline.
Yep.
Today, skateboard is a crime, and the punishment is the capital one.
And the punishment is knife.
And the movie's called Take My Knife, Please. We don't have to do any more ideas, right?
I think we should give it the due process, but we'll definitely We'll definitely put a big old pin and Take My Knife, Please.
James, what do you have?
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Stop or My Mom Will Darkhawk. We did that one already.
Fuck, we did. Damn it. So as I said at the beginning of this movie, when it's Raul Esparza and Frank Grillo and Denai Guerrera, and they're all doing stuff, there's like 4 or 5 times in the span of about 10 minutes when it seems like Raul Esparza, the murderer, is dead, and then someone, fucking kicks him with their toe or something, and he springs back to life and goes, blah, and he slices someone or whatever.
Right.
So my idea was, what about a killer who can only murder when he's about to die?
Oh, okay. So they, maybe that's just like, you know how when a baby is in danger, the mother can lift an entire car to save it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Maybe it's that kind of a thing. Maybe they're like a glass type figure. They're like, they've got like a degenerative muscle disease and they're super, super weak. And, they can't even barely get around by themselves. But once they're close to death and that adrenaline kicks in, then they're just fueled by murderous rage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stab everybody anywhere around them.
All over. They start windmilling.
Yeah. I'm just going to swing my arms holding knives like this. And if anybody gets in my way, it's their own fault.
Yep. And he's just dicing people up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yep. Thank you.
Uh-huh. I've got another one here that is so in this movie they were talking about how maybe the killer, got lived actually and got a facelift and grew a mustache and was just living in regular society unbeknownst to anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I thought, what about if the killer had gotten a facelift and put on a disguise and was pretending to be a teen at the local high school in order to get closer to teens and murder them. But it's really unconvincing to us, the audience. It's just like just a 40-something creepy murdery looking dude. Maybe he looks like the slasher murder guy from Last Action Hero.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Just like long greasy hair and like a crazed wild face.
Yeah.
But it's like Steve Buscemi in that Hello Fellow Teens thing from 30 Rock.
God damn it, Phil. Okay. Because you said that, I have to read this idea verbatim. This is similar to yours in that I felt like every teenager in this movie was unconvincing because their dialogue was written by a 60-whatever-year-old Wes Craven.
Every human being in this movie was unconvincing.
But the teenagers especially just kept saying shit like, wake up and smell the Starbucks, and like other just nonsense. So I wrote down basically a whole movie of that Steve Buscemi meme.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
The title, of course, is Goodbye, Fellow Teens.
Yeah. But I do like the idea. I just want to take your idea one step further, where it's not just the killer who's unconvincing. It's everyone. I think all of the teens are also played by like 40, 50-year-old people trying to be teenagers.
Is there one real teen?
No, I think none of them are.
Oh, okay.
but they still all notice that he's out of place.
Mm-hmm. Also, the parents are cast way too young.
Yeah.
All the parents are cast like hot 22-year-olds.
We basically just reverse cast Riverdale.
Yeah. So
KJ Apa
exactly.
is Luke Perry's dad.
Just like we all always wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Skeet Ulrich comes home from school and Cole Sprouse is like, where have you been? Go to your room.
Yeah, Skeet Ulrich has to wear like a little propeller hat too, because I already love Skeet Ulrich when he's in his little Pop's Diner costume.
Yep.
Really makes me happy on a couple of different levels. I really want to see him in like a little propeller hat and a tiny little backpack. Maybe he's got a T-shirt with a dinosaur on it that doesn't quite cover all of his tummy.
Yep.
So I got another idea here, James, if you'll allow me.
Yep.
If you'll indulge me. There's a lot of movies where killers kill and then get killed, and then they swear vengeance upon whomsoever, and they come back and kill like the next generation, or some sort of like the families of the judge or what have you. And it's like all these kids, they didn't have nothing to do with the people who tried you for crime. They're not.
Burnt
they're just
you alive in a school basement, Freddy Krueger.
Precisely, Freddy Krueger. You're being really unfair, dog. So I thought it would make sense if you did it backwards.
If the kids did something and the parents got murdered for it?
No. Oh. If the killer went back in time and attacked the parents of the people who wronged him, but when they were teenagers.
Oh.
Because he wants to prevent them from being born ever.
So it's a sort of slasher Back to the Future.
Yeah,
it's a slash to the future.
We'll workshop that.
You're right. That makes it sound like slash fic. Yeah, I like that a lot. So do the
slash to the murder. No, that's nothing. Anyway, what?
So do the grown children of the teenagers he's going back in time to murder, like, also go back in time?
Nope. They just have to solve it. The teens who are the history teens have to solve it. Just like, the modern teens would now. They have to solve who's murdering us in dreams. Oh, it's Freddy Krueger. Well, back in time, they got to be like, who's murdering us with all of this crazy technology that we don't know about? They wake up with an iPhone in their hand, and the killer calls them on it, and they're like, what is this? What is this slippery brick that threatens me with death?
The killer's cool trick doesn't even work because they're like, what? It's making noise. What do I do with it?
What is this? Yeah. Yes, it's reverse killer vengeance.
Okay. I do like the idea, though, of the grown adults going back in time and sort of like a reverse Back to the Future angle, where instead of like a teenager seeing his parents, what his parents were like when they were teenagers, it's an adult seeing their parents as teenagers. So their parents think they're super lame.
They are, yeah. Get out of our malted milk shop, you grown idiot. We just want to listen to Jukebox and Dry Hump.
Mom.
Yeah, and they do the Back to the Future thing where they're disappearing from the timeline, but they're disappearing from the timeline because their parents are getting stabbed to death. I got another idea here, James. It's one I don't think we've ever seen before, and I find that kind of surprising. So there's part of the things that these rowdy teens in this film do is on their birthday, happy birthday, they celebrate the death of the Ripper, who died on their birthday, happy birthday, by making a humongo giant like fucking carnival ass like puppet monster of the Ripper. And so I thought, we've had slasher movies, we've had scary movies where there's a huge monster. What we've never had is a movie where there's a huge slasher.
Friday the 13th?
No, a huge slasher.
Friday the 13 feet tall?
That really fucking got me. Oh my God. That's so fucking funny. Yeah. Yes. Like, there's kids in the woods and they're making out and, they're about to do sex. And normally it would be like, we're cutting back and forth between like the chunk, chunk, chunk killer vision and them. They have no idea what's going on. But instead they're just like trees crashing down behind them. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, really puts like a whole new spin on like Jason and Michael's whole like we don't run, we only ever walk deal. Because like he only needs to just walk. He's fucking knocking down trees and shit.
Yeah, it's the like Pleasance or whatever, and the kids are getting ready on the boat and because they're gonna go have sex on it in the nighttime, maybe smoking a weed, and then there's just like a huge wave as he just like emerges from the water.
No, I think they just see him walking from shore the whole way because like the lake's not that deep, so it's never it's never more than like shoulder up to his shoulders. I also think that instead of like wearing a spooky mask or whatever, like most killers do, he just looks like a regular guy because he makes up for it with the fact that he's very large. And I don't think he ever says anything. I think he always wears a very blank expression on his face. But I think it is just like a regular guy face with like maybe a mustache, and he's wearing like a flannel shirt and some slacks.
Sort of Attack on Titan, I guess, except he's not nude.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if he does wear a spooky killer mask like Jason, except it's just regular sized?
So it's just like on him nose.
Yeah, it's just right over his little schnauzer
there. Yeah.
James, do you have any more ideas?
I have one more, and it is Bess's idea.
I love these.
So in the first scene of this movie, when they're all at the lake, really for the first few scenes of this movie, there's a lot of bad like 70s hair going on for the first few minutes of this movie that disappears later on.
Yeah, dude, that redheaded girl?
Yeah.
What did they do to her?
And then her hair's not like that the rest of the movie. It's just that first scene, it's got that like Farrah Fawcett like middle part feathering going on.
Yeah, but like but helmetized.
Yeah.
It's like if you pixelated Farrah Fawcett's hair, like there were not enough polygons in that hair.
Yeah. So anyway, Bess's idea was what if because I had already speculated by that point in the movie, like, oh, the killer's not a person, it's some kind of entity that gets passed from person to person. And she was like, yeah, so what if it's...
By the way, I was watching that movie in bed last night on the iPad, and I woke May up. I shook her awake to make her look at that fucking girl. That's how wild that girl looked. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so Bess's idea was what if it's just the children are all possessed by their terrible fucking wigs?
Oh, okay. So it's like that episode of Treehouse of Horror where Homer gets possessed by his wig.
Yeah, where he gets possessed by Snake's toupee to do crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more of an invasion of the body snatchers kind of thing, I think. I think it's a bunch of cool hip teens, and then slowly like they just start showing up at school with a bunch of really, really bad, like outdated 70s haircuts done poorly. Like, hey, Oren, why you got that like real thick bowl cut going on, buddy? You just chopped your bangs off like right at eyebrow level and then grew out the rest. It's why you got that? And Oren's just like, because I look so fashionable and groovy.
My hair is decorative to appeal to my peers.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Dope.
It turns out that it's like a bunch of brain slugs that crash landed on Earth like in the 70s.
Yeah, but they have the consistency of hair gel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they sneak into your gel tube, and then as you're squeezing your hair gel tube out, you got a little slug guy comes out. You rub him into your hair. Next thing you know, there goes your brains.
Yep. But yeah, they came here in the 70s, and then they were like frozen for a while, and then they got unfrozen. So their idea of how to blend in is all from the 70s.
And also misinformed and bad.
Yeah.
You know what would be groovy is if we all rubbed the slug on hair. I brought slug for all of you to rub on hair. It'll be disco.
Please, children friends, let us listen to the Donny Osmond. And rub slug on our hair.
And liquefy each other's organs. I mean, dance in the nighttime. So I've got maybe a couple more ideas here, James.
Mm-hmm.
One is so there's a scene in this movie where they have to the two leads have to give a presentation at school, and they choose to give their presentation about the California condor.
Yeah.
The manner in which they give that presentation is one of them screams facts about California condors, while the other one dresses as a California condor and shits and vomits on their peers.
Yeah, that happened.
So I had an idea for a nice, like, charming indie dramedy called Nasty Bird Teen. About a boy who's not that accepted by all of his friends, who wants nothing more in the world to become a big nasty nasty carrion-eating bird.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of his journey to fulfill those dreams and everyone else's journey of learning who he is and to accept him.
He's like Max from Where the Wild Things Are. Like, he made himself that costume, and now he just doesn't want to take it off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And all he does is say facts about condors.
Is he oh, okay. I was gonna ask, is he a furry? But no, he's just informative.
No, he is a furry.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a cute furry costume. It's a nasty, gross, slimy bird costume.
Yeah.
He's probably made it out of actual bird pieces.
Ugh.
Yeah. He's a nasty bird teen, James. I didn't say he's a nice bird teen. He's a nasty bird teen.
And yeah, part of his specific kink is just shouting facts about the animal that he is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. James, not all furries aren't always a sex thing, James.
No, but he is.
Oh, okay. Got it. And then my last idea here is, so there's a thing in this movie where the murderer, the Ripper, the Riverside Ripper, or whatever, what the fuck?
The Riverton Ripper, the Riverdale Ripper.
Riverton. Yeah. The Black Hood. So there's a thing in the beginning of this movie where the murderer, the Ripper, somebody says, like, he's too angry, he can't die, he's too pissed to die, or the teens say that about him. Somebody says that about him. That he's like, he's too evil. That's what it is. He's too evil to die. Too evil to die.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is sort of a thing in horror movies. Is like their evil was so powerful that it clung on to life even after their corporeal body had met its end.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was thinking, like, well, how come it's got to be evil?
Why can't
how come you got to be like a raging murderer?
Why can't
to have
really
to
good
on?
stick around?
Yeah. So my idea here is too chill, can't die.
It's just like it's the spirit of Bob Ross being transferred person to person through like a paintbrush.
Yeah, it's just too mellow. You know, they tried to open up Heaven's Gate to him, and he was like, "Oh man, yeah, that seems nice, but I'm good here. I think I'm all right."
Yeah, he's like an actual like indentation in the ether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's just too mellow, so he just sits there real low.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm good. I'll pass through maybe some other nice. You guys seem nice. What are you up to? And then all of a sudden, you know, your person sort of like at possession, exorcism shivers, and then they just look around all chill, and their shoulders kind of go slack, and maybe they pick up a little paintbrush and start painting an ocean, and maybe they make a nice cup of chamomile tea.
Yeah,
and put on some ASMR. Hey guys, I took up cross stitch. I made these sweaters for all of you. I made you pillows. I made you all pillows, and they say, please help me. My soul is trapped. You won't let me leave. I don't know. It just seemed like a fun idea.
They say, please get me out of this spot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope, not those pillows. I meant these pillows that say, be kind, rewind.
All right. So this pillow, you cross stitch onto this pillow. Please get me out of this spa. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nope, not those pillows. I meant this pillow. Please be kind, rewind. Yeah, man, it's my new catchphrase, I think. Your new catchphrase is, please get me out of this body. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, not those pillows. I meant these pillows. Be kind, rewind. Yes.
I'm mostly impressed you remembered that word for word each time.
Yeah, too chill, can't die. James, what movie should we make?
I think it's definitely either Take My Knife, Please, or Friday the 13 Feet Tall.
Oh, man.
Or Brains for Feet.
All wonderful titles. All just terrific titles. What gives us the most to work with in terms of plotting something out?
I mean, they're all pretty straightforward, like slasher movie style plots.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the plot for all of them is just going to be like group of teens spooked by something.
Yeah. Take My Knife, Please is really speaking to me.
Yeah, I really like it's like 70s grindhouse, I spit on your grave style title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not so much 70s grindhouse, I spit on your grave style title as much as it is like old comedian at the Catskills ass title. But Yeah. So wait. So let's think about this. So we've talked about the intro already. It's a killer is on a killing spree. Somehow, trips on a skateboard, falls onto their own knife, killing themselves. Their spirit then inhabits that knife. And the word, should we stick with vengeance, or do we want a different knife word on ours to differentiate ourselves from this movie?
I think it's not vengeance. I think it's spoopy.
Spoopy? I was gonna say knife murder.
All one word, no K.
Wait, why no K?
Just because it's more extreme that way.
The killer was not good at spelling.
No, he wasn't.
One of the R is backwards in murder.
Yeah, just one of them though.
Is this how you are? Well, I think maybe this way. Oh shoot, I already did the first one. Dang it.
Oh,
and they like kind of ran out of space, like it's a birthday sign. Happy birthday.
It's just like knife murder.
Yeah, it kind of like curves down around towards the handle, and like the letters get more compressed.
Yeah, the E and the R are real long and skinny.
And then, so do we want to keep the whole angle of they want vengeance on children for leaving their skateboards out?
Yeah, I think so.
So we build tension in scenes like leading up to murders. Like normally you'd build tension in a scene in a teen slasher flick by like, oh, they're starting to get their boobs out. No, they're in for it. Or, oh man, they got too drunk, party. Now they're in for it. This one, as an audience, we'd start to feel dread when we see a kid leave their big wheel out in the driveway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think there's a scene where there's a kid at a skate park, and all his friends are leaving because, it's getting dark, curfew's coming. He's like, screw you guys, I'm gonna stay out late and perfect my ollies and my kick flips and try and remember tricks I did in Tony Hawk. Nothing's coming to mind. And he's in. I did a
380 Reverend Squeezy dirty. I did it dirty.
Yeah.
And did you get that? Hey, Tate, did you get that on camera? Did you see I did it dirty this time?
And he's in
please post this video to YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
I think
maybe he's a skate vlogger, and he's filming his cool tricks for his skate vlog. And so it's like a GoPro on the helmet angle, and he's in the bowl, and he's going up one side and he does a spin. He goes down the other side and he does a spin. And he does that a few times, and then on the fifth one up, boom, killer's right there, and he just guts him. He just stabs him right out of the air.
Is the killer right there, or is he, check this one out, gang, from my vlog. I found this cool knife in the gutter. I'm going to do skateboard tricks and knife tricks at the same time. Check it out. This one's going to go viral. Boom, doing jumps. Just kind of twirling the knife around in his hand. Boom, do a grind. Now the knife's in my teeth. Oh, boom, did the big trick, the 380. Now I'm coming back down, ready to land. I can't control my hands. Why am I putting the knife in front of my own face? No, why am I landing face first? No, someone, please help me. Oh, I'm dead.
But the knife does stab his face into his skateboard. And then he lands and like his bones are all broken, but he is still just upright on the skateboard, like rolling back and forth in the bowl.
Skateboard keeps going back and forth in the half pipe until it runs out of momentum.
Yeah, Homer Simpson style, like that way that Homer will get like launched on something and just happen to fall perfectly to do a cool trick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like that.
Oh man. And then that video goes viral, and then the other teens are like, we got to find that cool knife from just like we saw on YouTube.
To do
like
the
our favorite
tricks.
YouTube celebrity.
Yeah, this movie is also social commentary about the social media era.
Yeah, and social media commentary.
How all these goddamn Gen Zers are so fucking self-obsessed.
What the fuck is a Gen Zer?
It's the people who are like teenagers now. It's the generation after millennial.
I thought we were just going to say millennial forever for any young person we didn't like. I thought that's what we were doing.
It always seems like that, Phil, until they come up with a different name for it.
Yeah. Well, guess what it's going to be? It's going to be knife murderers. The generation, we've got the baby boomers, we've got Gen X, we've got millennials, and then we've got generation knife murder.
Spelled wrong with a backwards R.
Yeah, that's how viral this one's going to go. Let's think of some more cool deaths. Hey, you know what's all the rage right now?
What?
Scooters.
They are. I see so many small childrens with the 3-wheeled scooters.
They're so hot right now. So, what if it's really scary? Like the scary music is swelling, and we're in the living room with some parents, and they're enjoying some chamomile tea. and they're eating scones and bonbons, and they're talking about the gossip of the neighborhood. But meanwhile, out that big picture window in the living room, we see the children out on the sidewalk with their big wheels. And they're scooting around and they're doing children stuff. But then all of a sudden we see them and they've found something. We can't see what it is. We can't quite make it out. But they run inside and grab a roll of duct tape. Parents keep talking. Kid runs back outside. Next thing you know, their knife is taped to the front of their big wheel and they're riding them straight at each other.
I wanted to make my Razor scooter a real razor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot we were talking about scooters. Yeah,
Yep.
It's scooters. Tape it to the front of the Razor scooter, ride them right at each other. Boom. Knife murder.
Just sliced off at the ankles.
Also, I think every kill that happens in this movie, there's a big like comic book style dialogue sound effect box that pops up on the screen and it says "knife murder!" exclamation point. And somebody yells "knife murder!"
Like Teen
He
Girl
just
Squad.
got knife murdered. Yeah. So that the audience knows that somebody in the movie just got knife murdered.
Yeah. Yep.
So are there teens? Do we have some teens who are like becoming aware of what's happening because of all the viral videos and like seeking to stop it?
Yeah, I think it's the dorky teens who don't skate.
Yeah, they're not like the cool skate. All the popular kids at their school are all real extreme sportsters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The school doesn't have a football team. They have like a high school X Games team.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's taken for granted, and they compete against other schools.
We've got all your basic sports: rollerblading, roller derby, BMX, vert, street.
All the teachers always, Timmy doesn't even show up to class at the time, but they just let him pass because he's captain of the vert team.
Yeah, just because he did a 900 last season.
He's definitely the one who dies in the viral video.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they find out that it's the knife that's possessed.
Yeah.
And it's going around and killing all the most popular teens during their extreme sports activities.
Yeah, one of the kids is just like, hey, that guy who murdered all those skaters like 16 years ago and then tripped and fell on his own knife, and it was a huge deal, and like this is a small town and everyone knows about it. I think it might be him. I think it might have something to do with that.
Yeah, I think that murderer maybe has their soul has possessed the knife. Okay, so how do they defeat the killer, James? How do you defeat a knife? You can't stab a knife.
Or
this is an argument the kids have on screen.
Or can
so is
you?
that how they actually defeat it? Is they stab it with a different knife?
Yeah, They just need the
What's
knife.
a knife's only weakness? I don't know. Maybe if we get it, like we could melt it down or like just maybe break it in half. Or what if we just like put it in a box and then buried it? No, the answer is other knife. Was that the answer? First, you have to kill me. No, I can't. You're my best friend. And maybe we're best friends, but also we've been best friends since we were little kids. And maybe I have a serious crush on you and I can't tell you about it, but it's subtext. No, listen, you have to trust me. You have to kill me with a knife. And then my soul will possess that knife. And then on the blade of that knife on knife revenge
Knife
will
on
appear,
knife vengeance.
Will appear, yeah. And then you have to use my good soul-imbued knife to murder the evil soul-imbued knife. And then everyone who's dead will come back. I don't think that tracks. I don't...
Oh, you're right. Let me fix one thing. You have to trick me into falling on the knife.
But you've just told me about the plan already.
Look,
that seems convoluted.
Look, I'm very easily distracted. Okay, Trevor, look over here. Huh? What? Oh,
no! Yeah, and then they use the good knife, the good Trevor knife, to kill the killer's knife. And I think when they stab the evil knife, it just stabs into it and like blood comes out and it goes, no!
In a really, really high-pitched voice. Real squeaky voice.
And then as the quote-unquote good knife kills the knife murder knife, what once said knife on knife vengeance on the blade, on knife just fades away, and now it just says knife vengeance.
Yep.
Bum. And then on the screen in blood, it says the end, but the end has a question mark.
That fades in later.
Yeah.
Like it says the end, and then the on knife fades away, and then the question mark fades in.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's it, James. I think that's the ticket.
We're gonna sell tickets. Tell you what.
Yeah, to this movie. Okay, so should we cast this thing?
Yeah, let's do it up. So we've got.
All right, so
we've got the murderer / the voice of the knife.
Does the knife have a voice?
I'm assuming.
Okay, terrific.
We've got our two dorky friends who are gonna figure it out.
Let's have 3 dorky friends, so we have a dorky friend who can get offed. We need 1 dorky friend to get killed to raise the stakes. So let's do 3 dorky friends.
Okay, yep.
And 3 popular kids.
Okay.
And the principal of the school.
Who's just oblivious.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I've got 2018 movie list on IMDb up here. I'm going to roll for some movies and then roll for an actor. And we're going to cast this thing random. And it's going to be perfect because none of these folks going to be teens. First, let's do our murder killer. Mr. or Mrs. Knife Murder theyselves.
That is just their name.
From the movie First Man, it's going to be Kyle Chandler.
Ooh. He's always such a dad. I would like to see him all greasy and gross and nasty.
Yeah, and Kyle Chandler in like a long, greasy-ass wig.
Yeah, Kyle Chandler doing a Tommy Wiseau impression is what we're looking for here.
But filtered through murder.
Yeah, well.
Are you saying Tommy Wiseau's a murderer?
I'm saying he
Is that what you're trying to imply?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Okay, let's say main teen, the one who figures it out, the teen of the dorks, the king of the teen of the dorks.
The teen who falls on their own knife and makes the knife-on-knife vengeance knife.
Give me a good teen name.
Well, I think we already said their name is Trevor Allen.
Trevor Allen. Hell yeah. From the movie Red Sparrow. It's going to be Charlotte Rampling.
Make sure I know who that is.
Well, she's English and she's 70.
Hell yes.
What more do you need to know? She's our cool teen Trevor. Or not cool teen, dorky teen Trevor.
Trevor, you want to go play the new Mario Kart? Yes, I'd love to.
I hope I don't get a blue shell.
I hope I don't get blue shelled.
Hey, you got that? Can I get some of that vape from you?
Oh, my parents can't know that I jewel.
All right. Trevor's best friend.
Mikey Flanagan.
Oh, Mikey Flanagan. I'm just a teen. I love to watch my phone videos on my phone. I still have a Vine account.
From the movie Halloween.
Fitting.
Because it's so spooky. We've got ourselves an Andy Matichak. Is that how you say her name? Andy Matichak. She's from Halloween. She plays Meadow on Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
She's Mikey Flanagan. She's Mikey Flanagan.
She's just a regular dorky teen. You know, she sort of flies under everybody's radar at the school, but she is best friends with the king of the dorks,
Trevor.
King of the teens of the dorks, Trevor. But, you know, I think maybe there's always been a little something more there. Maybe, you know, she's looking at Charlotte Rampling in her backwards hat. And she's thinking like, you know, I don't know what these tingles are for my friend, but I kind of want to find out.
I'm glad that even though I'm glad that it's a gay relationship, even though the people, like, it's gay both ways, even though the people playing the characters are the opposite gender of the characters they're playing.
Yeah, we've cast 2 adult women to play 2 teen boys in a homosexual love affair.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
It's just like God always intended.
Yeah. Can we just remake Call Me By Your Name, but with these 2?
Let's cast their friend who's definitely going to die.
Kevin Lumpus.
Kevin Expendable. From the movie 50 Shades Freed. It's going to be Marcia Gay Harden.
Fuck yeah.
Didn't we get her last week?
Yep. From the same movie.
Wonderful. Marcia Gay, you know, we've got a great working relationship. We're just going to keep putting you in things. We think you're perfect for the role of teen who's definitely going to get murdered.
Yep. Kevin Lumpus.
Kevin Lumpus.
It'll be your second Oscar.
Yeah, I think for sure. The death scene where Kevin Lumpus drives his scooter with a knife on it into his friend's scooter with a knife on it is really going to win that Oscar. There's the biggest spider in the world on the curtain right across from me.
Leave him. Spiders are friends.
No, I know spiders are friends, but it's also terrifying when there's a large one directly in my field of vision. All right, let's cast up our cool teens. What's our number 1 cool teen vlogger's name?
Skylar Brannigan.
Ooh, Skylar Brannigan. I feel like all your surnames are vaguely Irish.
Just 2. I guess I did say Flanagan and Brannigan, didn't I?
It's fine. Skylar Flanagan.
Skylar Brannigan.
Skylar Brannigan, viral vlogger. Skylar Brannigan, viral vlogger. Is going to be played by, from the movie The House with the Clock in Its Walls, Kyle MacLachlan.
Fuck. It's really good. He needs to have his fucking hair from Showgirls.
Yeah, I think he's got his hair from Showgirls, but he's also wearing like a full suit from Showgirls, but with like a sassy t-shirt over it. And board shorts.
It's just a Bart Simpson like eat my shorts t-shirt.
And board shorts and a backwards hat. Yeah. He's got a full suit on underneath all of that.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's just always carrying that rad skateboard.
Yep. Little Easter egg.
Quick, give me two
Easter
friends.
egg, the decal on the skateboard is Twin Peaks.
Oh. It's a cup of coffee.
Yeah. It's
all right, before my headphones die, let's cast the other two cool teens. Give me two cool teen names real quick, and I'll cast them from the same movie.
Ooh, Braden Hartley. And Monica Dershowitz.
All right. Those are good. Braden Hartley. So both of these are going to come from the movie Mortal Engines. Braden Hartley, check you out. You're going to be Colin Salmon.
Colin Salmon?
Yeah, from Resident Evil. Also, I'm pretty sure he was in a season of Arrow. Maybe not, but he's definitely in Punisher, Warzone, and Resident Evil. He's in all sorts of stuff.
He's in Arrow. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. So he's going to be, what was it?
Braden Hartley.
Braden Hartley. Oh, what a heart throb. Yep. More like Braden Heart Throb is what people say. And also from this same movie, we've got ourselves a Hugo Weaving.
Playing Monica Dershowitz.
Cool teen Monica Dershowitz.
I think Monica's head cheerleader.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving definitely has just a really cheap blonde wig and a cheerleader outfit for this entire movie.
You fucking nerds think you can come into my house.
But the cheerleader outfit, I think at this school, since it is the X Games school, they all look like a cheerleader outfit that like a Suicide Girl would wear.
Yeah. Yep. And again, it is Hugo Weaving. Get these fucking dorks out of the locker room.
This is my jewel time.
I've got to get on my hoverboard and get out of here.
If I don't get ready for Tiffany's party in time tonight,
there's going to
Kelly
be hell
is
to pay.
I didn't know he played Red Skull.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did. He just looks, in this picture on IMDb, he's got a big beard, and I forgot who he was for a minute. Okay, finally, the principal.
Principal Cardigan.
Yeah, Principal Warm Cardigan.
He's a real jerk, though.
Yeah. But dang, is he fashionable.
Yeah, yep.
From the movie Robin Hood, it's going to be Jamie Dornan.
Ooh.
They're gorgeous cardigan-wearing principal.
They're very, very good-looking principal.
Just the handsomest principal. And I think also younger than most of the people we cast to play the teens.
Yep.
Which was our plan all along.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. Well, the cast is cast, the cameras are rented, the caterers the bagels are made. It's happening. I'm so excited. We are making Take My Knife, please.
I think unrelated to the movie, the poster is just a photo of like a hacky 80s stand-up in like a bad suit tugging at his collar, loosening his tie. Well, just giving one of those.
Yeah, in like the comedy basement or whatever.
Yeah,
The jokes dungeon.
Yep.
Well, hey James.
Hey Phil.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to everyone.
Yeah, happy birthday for listening. I want to also say happy birthday to
the Riverton 7
for the use of their song Dragonfly as our theme song. Yeah, happy birthday to the Riverton 7. If you like the show, please, subscribe or wish us a happy birthday on iTunes. Wish us a happy birthday on Stitcher. All the happy birthdays you wish us makes the podcast easily to find for other people. That wasn't a sentence at all.
A for effort.
You can happy birthday us on Twitter at Movie Improver. You can happy birthday me on Twitter at Phil Stressman. You can happy birthday James on Twitter at Doc Professor Man. Happy birthday us on Instagram at movie_improvy. Anything else?
Come on, step it uppy birthday.
Hey, come. Yeah. Yep. Come on. Step it uppy birthday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gotta go fast. Bye.